Alright then, hello there, my name is Bodax, and today I am back with another video in which I really wanted to talk about Imaginariums, because there are many new players here on the channel, and there are many older players who underestimate or underplay Imaginariums and don't know how very useful they could be. So yeah, this is a kind of like a beginner's guide on Imaginariums, so I'm making this video more like for the newer players, I guess, but maybe if you're an older player you could catch some like facts in this video that you didn't know before, so definitely stay here and watch the video if you are interested. And also, we are very close, like very close to 1,000 subscribers, and I mean, I would really appreciate if you would subscribe. We are on 996 when I'm recording this video, so please, if you are new and if you like the videos, I will be making more and more of these like beginner friendly videos, because I do see that there are a lot of newer players here subscribing to the channel and asking about, you know, some common questions, so I do wanna like talk about this stuff. So what are Imaginariums? So Imaginariums are kind of like, if you play Dokkan, you could say it's kind of like equipments in Dokkan. They're like small buffs or small like orbs that you can like equip on your units, and then they will get like a small attack buff or some kind of other buff. So how can you get Imaginariums? So the R3 Imaginariums, or the blue Imaginariums, you know, basically you can get from like events, you know. Now I mean, before you could like exchange them from exchange shops, but now you can actually get them from the event pass. So as you like farm and level up your event pass, you will get them, and with time you will rack up a lot of R3 Imaginariums, which are actually pretty useful if you have a lot of, because those small amount of attack percentages or speed, I will talk about the speed Imaginariums a bit more in a bit, they can help out a lot. And then of course now they did start this new kind of thing that they do include one of the new you know, the new characters Imaginariums in the event pass, or maybe as a high score reward. Then what you also can do is that you can exchange them. Of course, there is a whole Imaginarium exchange point where you can get all kinds of Imaginariums for almost all of the characters. Yes, I did say almost all of the characters. Keep in mind that limited characters, you cannot get their Imaginariums. Like the only way to get their Imaginariums is if you summon and get dupes of them, because they are limited characters and their Imaginariums are far beyond better than any other character's Imaginariums. So keep that in mind, that if you are a free-to-play player, you should save not only for the character, but if you wanna like rank higher and higher, you do want to save for maybe going for the Imaginariums as well, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, you can exchange almost every Imaginarium. Then of course there are two Kirito Imaginariums which were limited before. I think one of them was we got from a login bonus last year, I don't know when, and then the other one is a newer one that we got actually pretty recently during the last gear rank event. It was a milestone reward that we, you know, had to defeat I don't know, a number of subtilizers, and we would get the Imaginarium. So that is a pretty cool reward. Of course, these limited Kirito Imaginariums aren't as powerful as like R4 or, you know, purple Imaginariums, but they are still very cool, and they do help in some situations. And then of course the last way to get the Imaginariums, which most of you know about, is to just summon and get a dupe of the character, and then of course you will get an Imaginarium of for the character next to the limit breaking crystals. So what kind of Imaginariums are there? So as you can see on your screen, I am most probably showing the Dark Element Kirito right now, because there's a Dark Element ranking event going on at the time when I'm recording this video. But there are, if you are talking about blue Imaginariums, there are attack Imaginariums which give a 2% attack, magic attack, you know, again 2%, and then there are speed Imaginariums which give 1% speed to the character. And then of course there are the special Kirito Imaginariums which I just talked about. Then of course there are the purple Imaginariums, or the R4 Imaginariums. Of course these Imaginariums differ between what kind of character it is. Like Enhanced mode Imaginariums do have their own kind. And then, you know, non-enhanced mode characters that are chargers or breakers have their own kind. Then, of course, there are older characters which got HP buffs, or, you know, like charge and break killers which get attack buffs. And then, of course, there were the limited characters which were beyond the most powerful by far. If you compare them to the other kinds. And then I think it's worth mentioning that you know, when ranking events come, they tend to upgrade older characters' Imaginariums. That means that, you know, like characters that released a year ago, they will just go ahead and like redo their Imaginariums. Like, you know, what they did is that they give 2.5% charge and then some more attack. And then of course Imaginarium effects do stack, so keep that in mind, that if you have like 4 charge Imaginariums, you know, that give 10% charge to the character, you will charge a lot with that character, and they are very helpful, but I will talk about those in a moment. So my favorite ones. Now this is where I wanted to talk about the speed Imaginariums, because I think many people underestimate speed Imaginariums and they just don't use them. They just, you know, put the attack Imaginariums on all of their characters, you know, going for the high attack. You know, there's a lot of ways to play around with speed Imaginariums. You could just want to go for the right, like, starting formation, you know, get that a bit more speed. To maybe be able to do an active skill right away, to, you know, if you wanna like auto a boss, and you know, you don't want your units to like do normal attacks, you just want your units to like active skill right away, and then just finish off the boss or something. Then you can of course use speed Imaginariums to of course get some higher speed with the characters you want to get in the front, so that is very useful. And then I think speed Imaginariums have the most use if you use them on charge yellers and break yellers. Now of course these are the characters that boost charge or break, of course. So enhanced skill characters, if you get them up to level 105, so if you use 100 moon crystals on them, their skills will get a short wait time after using a skill. That means that after you you know, I don't know, you want to do an attack buff, like let's not talk about the charge yellers now. You want to do an attack buff before doing an incarnate skill, like you're already on 100% incarnate charge and everything, you are ready, but you still want to do the attack buff to get that bonus attack in, you know. Let's say your unit is level 100, you know, your unit is not fast enough and just doesn't have the short wait time after using the skill. He will of course, if you use that attack buff skill, of course the next turn he will come back, will be most likely after the boss attacks already. But if you do level 105 them, you can actually get that character, if he's speedy enough, to attack before the boss and still get the attack buff. So that is very useful, and I know for sure that I have done it in many past ranking event videos. So if you want to check it out with like different teams, make sure to check those videos out. So but you know, there's another thing that could happen. Your character is level 105, has the short wait time after using the skill, but he still is not getting that extra turn in before the boss attacks, and you can only do a 3 character incarnate skill, which is unfortunate. Of course, you don't want that to happen. So what you can do is you can always equip speed Imaginariums. If you have a charge yeller. Let's talk about the charge yellers now. They don't really need the attack Imaginariums, if you ask me, because you really want to do attacks with the like more recent characters that are like hitting like 300 or 200k damages, or even 400 to 500k if they are super strong incarnate skills. But you do want to equip speed Imaginariums onto your charge and break yellers, because that small amount of speed buff can change a whole run, can change a whole strategy, and then you can play around a lot with that extra turn that you get for doing the charge yell. Like, you can use a charge yell, get the of course the extra turn, and then you can maybe charge yell again or break, or I don't know, there's a lot of things you can do. So definitely don't underestimate speed Imaginariums, because I mean it is the easiest way for a unit to get speed. And the other way for a unit to get speed is of course by farming rings. You can actually get 4% speed buff from rings as well. So yeah, definitely do keep that in mind, that speed Imaginariums are very good. And then of course there are just a regular 2% attack or magic attack speed Imaginariums, which I really like. If you don't get a lot of dupes of a unit, but you still want to deal damage, of course those are very good to get that extra percentage in. And then of course from if you go over to the purple Imaginariums, I really like how they did the enhanced mode Imaginariums, because actually, if you didn't know, a couple of months, if I would have done this video a couple of months ago, I would have said that enhanced mode characters Imaginariums, they are trash, because the only thing they got was a bit of stamina or MP reduction, because enhanced mode units do use a lot of stamina, like almost twice the amount of stamina to deal higher damage than like other regular characters. But now they did update all of the enhanced mode Imaginariums, and now enhanced mode characters get 6% attack per Imaginarium. So that means that if you have 4 of those Imaginariums, you get a lot of attack. So there's a lot of ways to play around with Imaginariums, and I want to get newer players to actually use Imaginariums and get better scores in ranking events. Like, of course, we're not talking about like millions of scores, but maybe like I don't know, speed Imaginariums can like change the whole strategy again, and you can get a better score by a lot, or there's a lot of ways to play around again. And then of course, one of my personal favorites are the charge Imaginariums that give 10% charge per Imaginarium. So that means that if you have 4 of those on one character, that character will charge a lot. Let me say that to you. Like that character will go over and beyond with the charging. And of course it's the same thing for breakers. For regular characters that use break skills, of course they also do get the 10%. So yeah, I mean, there are lots of builds that you can do, and of course a lot of ways to like change up your ranking and strategies with by only like changing a couple Imaginariums. So yeah. Now the other thing I wanted to talk about is exchanging them. Now, of course, you need 5 exchange Imaginariums. Yes, there are actually Imaginariums that are meant to be exchanged for character Imaginariums, because, you know, they can't be used for anything else. Or you can just, you know, get character Imaginariums and get 5 character Imaginariums and exchange it for 1 other character Imaginarium. So how I personally exchange Imaginariums is that I either exchange like characters that I have more than 4 Imaginariums for other character Imaginariums, or I would just, you know, use the exchange Imaginariums. Yeah, I mean, I personally only went for you know, the charge or the break Imaginariums, because there are game changers, and they can really make a unit busted. And I would say the same thing with Enhancement Imaginariums now that they got updated. They really do get really do give a lot of bonus to characters. So yeah, but by this I don't mean that I you know, exchange for let's say the new Edith's Imaginarium. I exchanged like 2 of her Imaginariums, because actually there is a cap that you can exchange on. There's only 2 that you can get from the exchange shop. So let's say I would exchange for the new Dark Edith's Imaginariums, and then yes, I use her for the ranking and everything, and the next ranking and I'm exchanging her Imaginariums for the other new characters. Like, no, don't do that. If you exchange for an Imaginarium, keep them. Make sure to be smart about which Imaginariums you exchange for, because, you know, it's not infinite. And like, as you can see, many, like almost all the new characters are meta. So you should just watch out for what you exchange for again, and just be smart, you know, just be smart. So yeah, I mean, that is it for this video. I think I didn't forget anything. I really hope you enjoyed this one, and I really hope this helped. Yeah, that is it for this one. I'll see you in the next one. Ooh, this video actually got long. Okay. Bye bye.